I'm Frank, this is Jim from our Reliance product line team. We're here today to talk about the best way to properly commission your Simpliport gauge glass. But before we start, just a note of caution. Before you start, make sure to follow any and all plant lockout and tagout procedures that are required. Any trips or alarms should be bypassed to prevent any false trips or alarms when servicing or commissioning the equipment. Verify that all power is turned off to any applicable equipment. If under pressure, the equipment should be isolated or the boiler should be shut down before proceeding with the installation. Open the drain valve to eliminate any trapped pressure. All inspection and installation steps should be performed by a qualified technician and should be executed in accordance with all applicable national and local codes and plant procedures. So now, here's Jim to guide you through the proper steps.
Thank you, Frank. If you're installing a new or a maintained gauge glass on your boiler, verify that the torque of the packing nuts is set to 100 foot-pounds before placing the gauge in service. Any repairs on any existing gauge or new gauge should be done with a calibrated torque wrench and follow our maintenance procedures that are supplied with each of our products. To commission the gauge, install the gauge glass into its mating valves. If it's an end-stemmed gauge, tighten the packing yoke connections. If it's a flange-connected gauge, be sure that the flange bolting is properly torqued. Double check that the ports on the gauge are oriented correctly, pointing slightly to the left as you view the gauge. Close the drain valve, open the steam and water valves slowly, bringing the equipment back into a normal operating level position. Verify that there are no leaks. If you see any leaks, isolate the gauge and open the drain valve and take care of the problem, and then repeat. Install the illuminator on the back of the gauge first, and it simply attaches onto the mating connections. Note that the illuminator can be fine-tuned by loosening the 4 mounting screws and positioning the illuminator in viewing hood. After installing the illuminator, install the viewing hood, which is furnished with an installation label on it to validate the orientation of the gauge. Proper maintenance is important with any piece of boiler level instrumentation. Do not allow any maintenance issue to persist. Blowdowns should be conducted on a weekly basis based on water quality or plant procedures. May dictate more frequent or less frequent needs. Please go to our website to watch the maintenance videos that we have on repairing gauge glasses and how to properly conduct a blowdown on your boiler level instrumentation.